I released my first YouTube video almost exactly 1 year ago, and I want to share my journey with you guys from posting to being monetized, being demonetized for a little bit, to where I am now and how much I'm making on a monthly basis with YouTube. I'm sharing this because these are the videos that I love to watch when I was first deciding if I wanted to be on YouTube. And I want to share a realistic look and sharing some of my mistakes, which hopefully are going to help you when you are deciding if you actually want to start your own YouTube channel. For context, for some people, I do print on demand and business, but I mostly talk about print on demand and Etsy. I started a year ago and I was monetized November 23rd of 2022. I did have a following on TikTok before launching on YouTube, but I quickly learned that apparently TikTok followers do not move over to YouTube very often. I made the mistake in thinking that because I had a following on one platform that they would migrate over, and turns out that was not the case at all. Some people, yes, did follow over, maybe a few hundred, but majority of my followers on YouTube have said that they found me through my YouTube videos. When I first started my YouTube channel, I wasn't releasing very much. I was filming these because I was getting tons of questions on my TikTok, and the answers were just way too long for me to be able to answer in the 1 minute time limit that was available on TikTok. And so I started putting these on YouTube instead. Right here are my lifetime statistics. Since starting, you can see that my initial start was extremely slow. There was not many growth. I had a tiny uptick here from one video that did all right. And then if we just keep going, I had a few views a day. April, May, June, July, August, 5 months in is when I had my first video kind of kick off. This video was a how-to video for a common question that I was getting. And turns out a lot of people were finding it super helpful. So people were actually finding me on YouTube. It was how to do a certain text effect. And from this, it grew. And then a lot of my other how-to videos, because that is how I started my YouTube, was just a lot of how-to tutorials for common questions. Those also started getting traffic because people were finding me from that one video. The problem though, is if you take a look at my subscribers, while a lot of people watched this video because it was helpful, it was a one-off help video and they were not really interested in my content. So no one actually subscribed. I kept the same subscriber level, didn't really grow here. But with no big thanks to that video, I was still getting daily subscribers, which did help my watch time. And then I was able to get monetized in November. And let's go over how you get monetized and what does that mean for you? To be monetized, what you need is 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 hours of watch time. And in my case, and from other content creators that I've heard from, usually it is actually easier to get to the 1,000 subscribers before getting the watch time. I got the 1,000 subscribers decently fast, but it took me a couple more months before actually hitting those 4,000 hours of watch time. Then once you do hit that, you are eligible to apply for the YouTube Partner Program. This allows you to be monetized. And there are a few ways in which you can make money with YouTube. Taking a look at the YouTube monetization page, you can see all the ways that you are able to earn money with YouTube. But the biggest here is the ad revenue and how majority of creators are making a substantial income on YouTube. But there are also super chats and super stickers, which are available if you are doing live streams. There is YouTube shopping if you have something to sell. I'm not doing that. We have channel memberships, which you can set up and have subscribers pay a monthly basis, and then you can offer them something extra. I have not implemented this yet at all, maybe in the future. We have YouTube Brand Connect and we have YouTube Shorts Fund. Shorts is like TikTok, but now on YouTube you are able to be paid for them, but you can get thousands and thousands and thousands of views, and on Shorts you really aren't making a substantial amount, especially compared to the long form videos on YouTube. Up to now, you can see my current breakdown with 90% being watch paid ads, 1.5% being YouTube Premium, Shorts feed ads, 0.2%, and super thanks, 0.1%. And thank you for those people who have sent me $6. That means a lot more to me than any of these other ones. How much you earn from ads can also majorly fluctuate depending on the type of content that you make, because not all content is created equal on YouTube. I do not know exactly what niche gets you paid exactly what CPM, which is cost per 1,000 views, and that is how much you get paid out at. My current CPM is $28.67 Canadian. So that means I get paid $28 for every 1,000 views that I get on my videos. Since getting monetized in November of 2022 and being on YouTube now for a year, I have made a grand total of... And if you've been watching this video, you might have already noticed that because I haven't been doing a great job at hiding my numbers prior to this. But for those less attentive, this is how much I've made. And so let's get into the monthly breakdown of that payment. So in my first month of being monetized, which was November, I was paid $131.65. Remember, this is in Canadian. The next month was $274, then $1,059, $1,155, and then I got a big jump to $2,000, and then I am still almost at $2,000 at the end of May now. So let's start first on a positive note with what made the biggest change in my channel that caused this major spike in subscribers. But stay tuned because I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that I did that skyrocketed my channel and the biggest mistake that I made that cost me over $6,000 in potential revenue. I had started making money at this point, but it wasn't anything significant. And I really wanted to start making it on YouTube. One, because I've just been having so much fun making this content that I really wanted it to work so I could have justification to do this more. So I actually paid for a YouTube audit. I am a big believer in coaches and finding help if you are serious about something and getting advice from people who have already succeeded. I did my audit with a site called YouTube Creators, and it really helped me revamp my titles, my thumbnails, even my page, which the next video was actually the video that blew up for me after implementing all of these strategies, and I've really been growing since. You don't have to use these guys. I am not affiliated with them in any way. I've heard of them from a friend, but they were fantastic. You can also just Google YouTube Audit if this is something that you are serious about. It was pretty pricey. It was $500, but given how much my account has grown, it has seriously paid off. But what I believe to be the two biggest changes, they gave me tons of information, but I think the two biggest were editing my thumbnails and my titles. My thumbnails before were super boring and super information heavy. If you take a look at my recent ones, I have tried to majorly trim down on any text. They said, I think max 3 words, make it intriguing, and same with the titles. Shorten them up, make them a little bit more clickbaity, which honestly has really helped my store. And now to the biggest mistake I made. I had started hiring editors on YouTube to help me speed up my content creation process, which I highly recommend for those that hate editing like I do. It has been a game changer, but I made one very bad mistake in assuming that these editors checked the copyrighted music that they were using on the edits that they were doing. So changing my view window to 90 days here, you can see about just like 2.5 months ago, I had a major spike in views. This was right after I implemented everything I had learned from that YouTube audit, and combined just with a really good subject, I had my first viral video, which started hitting about 20,000 views a day. And it is still bringing me in thousands of views a day 3 months later. But if you take a look at my revenue per day, you can see I had an initial spike, which started bringing me in $140 per day after this video started going viral. And then 2 days after launching, I got a copyright notification and saying that video has now been demonetized. So this video, which by itself was bringing about $100 a day in revenue, now flatlined to 0. It still brings me in views and subscribers, which is why I haven't taken it down, but I get 0 money from it, and it hurts because sometimes I'll just go back and calculate how much it would have made if I had just not included that music, and it is definitely in the thousands, around 6,000, and that's just gonna keep going up because it is getting consistent views to this day. So now I no longer include any music just to be extra safe, because for some people, yes, this might be obvious and you might be laughing at me, but I had just assumed that editors who say they're editing for YouTube would know to copyright check all the music that they are using. And again, a bad assumption and painful mistake on my end. But I'm a firm believer that we have to make a mistake once, and perhaps I needed to make this early on because it would have been worse in the future. So it could have been worse, could have been better, but it could have been worse as well, considering I am planning to go hard into my content creation for 2023 and 2024. I am happy that I learned this earlier. And given now that I am making about $2,000 a month on YouTube, it's not enough to sustain my lifestyle, but obviously I have quite a few streams of income. This is a new fun one that I've just been adding, and the income is a fantastic bonus. But creating for YouTube really is so rewarding. If you watch my first videos to now, I have grown so much. I used to consider myself extremely camera shy, and that has extremely grown with TikTok, but YouTube long form content is a whole different beast. It is really fun to try to get better with every single video that I put out there. And I bet you in a year, I'm gonna look back on this video and I'm going to laugh at my presentation. I'm gonna laugh at the editing. I'm gonna laugh at a lot of things, but that is all part of the progress. I'm a firm believer and we all have to suck for a while until we are better, and then we're gonna continue growing better and better. And for those holding off on YouTube, because you don't have the right equipment, you don't have the right space, I'm telling you, just do it. I have been filming while traveling and setting up in every single location that I can. I have a very, very cheap mic from Amazon. My camera is about 1,000 Canadian. That's the only real investment that I've put into doing on YouTube. If you watch my first videos, I'm not even staring at the camera because I was using my webcam, and I still have some of those videos that have performed very well. Don't let these excuses stop you from starting, and just start. And I hope you will follow me on my journey into my content creation in 2023 and 2024. Thanks, guys.